First of all, I'm going to say the first time I did an open house, which I didn't know what it was, I went to a workshop that spoke about open houses. There was a gentleman, his name is Peter Geisler. I don't know if many of you know who he is. Okay, Eric does. I know he's a DTM. He also was a past area governor, I believe.
No, past district governor.
Past district governor. See, I low-graded that poor guy. Sorry to lowball him there, Alethea.
He's not here. He's in another district.
Okay. But the brilliant thing was after he spoke, I was really shocked that nobody went up to him afterwards to ask him about these open houses because I thought he was just brilliant up there. And I went up to him and I said, you know, I've never done an open house before. Can you guide me? And he says, you pick a date, I'll guide you. And one of the first things he said to me, which really hit me, he said, make it short and sweet. He said, the whole thing is this. When you have an open house, and I've gone to open houses, and I can't say which open house I went to, but they had an excellent speaker there. And the open house went for 2 hours. After the 2 hours, the people are exhausted. They just want to walk out the room. We went ahead and brought Sarah Khan in, spoke for an hour, and just did a quick little wrap-up. In an hour and 15 minutes, bam, they know what it was. And I'll tell you this, we signed up 5 people right there on the spot. That other one I went for 2 hours, much better speaker. They didn't sign up one person. Everyone just walked out the door. So my advice is to keep it short and sweet. Went to a club recently that, like she said, didn't want to even reveal its name. So what we did is we changed its name. And a lot of what people have been talking about is branding. By the way, that lady way back there, look at her, the lady in red. Turn around, I want them to see your flower too at the same time.
Wait, red?
The red hair.
Oh, I'm wearing blue.
But I want to see, she brands herself. Every time she walks in a room, she's wearing that flower. And at 2:30, she's going to be talking about not only how to brand yourself, but how to brand your club. A lot of what these individuals have been talking about, she's going to be going through the essentials at 2:30 in this same room. Just so you know, since I've been seeing that's been a subject that's been brought up quite a bit. So what we had did, such as Barbara said, we changed the name of the club because there was a stigma about this club. And we changed it to PDT. I'll put it this way. It was last Saturday, we had 1 member. That's all we had is 1 member. So we brought in Ricky Powell, and we brought in Lance Webster as the Toastmaster. It wasn't a great showing, probably maybe 10 people showed up, but last Thursday we brought it back up to 8 people. And the reason being is this, because when you have someone like a Lance Webster, or you have someone like a Terry Mayfield, or you have a Ricky Powell who come in, and again, it was short and sweet. And you put it across, because look, last Sunday was how many days ago? 6. 6 days ago. Here's the brilliant man, Tom, right here. Okay, so last Thursday, within 5 days, we signed up 7 people. And what it was is we changed the brand of the club, and we gave it a lift, and flyers are very important. When you send out flyers, that's what we did, is grassroots, went to different clubs, and at the same time, change your flyer into a PDF or a JPEG or some sort of web so that people can go ahead. I see Alethea does this a lot, throw things on Facebook. Any way you can bring some people in, that's going to be the magic right there. And then you can show, what do you call it, the USB?
USP, unique selling proposition.
The unique selling proposition with caliber. It depends on the club. As we've been talking about before, is branding. Now, obviously, if it's an advanced club, do they really need to have the table topics? I don't know. That's something that you have to decide. Unless it's something like Marcia brought up. One of the great things that they do at her club, if they do table topics, then they do a round-robin evaluation of it. I believe I've seen this at Alethea's club where they do a round table evaluation on the evaluators.
Yes,
I've seen that before too. When it's something that's very unique, because I went to her open house and I brought somebody with me, and when they saw that, they go, wow, that was cool, that differentiated, that's their brand right there. And that's very important. And if you're going to a regular open house to when it's open for everybody about the public, they have to see all the elements of Toastmasters to get it. And as she said, I had a friend who did this, which I cracked up when you told that story, about having a guest go up there, do their table topics, and they automatically got voted best evaluator.
They were the best.
Yeah, exactly. I saw an individual, I called him a serial visitor. He kept on going to all these different clubs just so he could collect the ribbons. Because they kept on voting for, so that secret's out, just so you know. So the question on something unique, obviously, is for me, we haven't really spoken about it, which is, I think emails are still very important, as well as word of mouth, as you put across, is very important as well. Personal emails, though, that's what I think really hits it. When a visitor comes and visits from one of these open houses, one of the things you really need to do, and people don't do it that often, follow up. You'll be amazed. I'm going to tell you, when last Sunday when we had that PDT open house, here's something that's going to hit you right away. Don't call it an open house. Open house, boring. It's an event. You're putting on an event. People want to come to an event. They want to learn. It's personal development. Mark that down. You put it as an event. Don't even put it open house. People will come because they feel there's value in an event.